Welcome to the second part of the tutorial. This one will be about adding champions and title histories. You can check out the first part about adding wrestlers, and the link to the spreadsheet will be in the description. So adding champions is simple. The front page of yours may look different depending on what you've done to it, but click on champions and it'll take you to the title pages. Right now it includes two of them, which is the World Heavyweight and the Tag Team, but if you wanted to add another one, the simplest way to do so would be to just highlight everything up here and copy and just drop it down here. Now, you'll have to change the name up here to whatever you're going to name your new title. So we're going to name ours the North American title. So I will just put North American Championship. And then you'll have to make a page for it. So click on one of the already established titles. If it's a singles title, I would go with the NWA title. Right click on it and duplicate the sheet. You want to rename it now. And remember, the naming is important, so you'll want to name it, for simplicity's sake, we'll just call it NA title. Double click to highlight and copy it. Up here, you'll want to fill in the name of the title, which is North American Championship. And here is where you'll be putting the names of your champions. Now, you'll notice it'll say equals B8. That's because down here is where you'll actually input the information. So, since there's already one here, I will show you how to add another one underneath it. This is the current champion here, but if somebody else wins your title, you could just highlight all of this, copy, move it down one, and hit paste. As you can see, it'll fill it here. Actually, that was a mistake. You'll want to highlight all of that, copy, make sure you don't overwrite what you wrote in your comment section, and paste it here. As you can see now, it's got the border and everything is kind of screwed up, but that's very easy to fix. Anytime you want to fix any kind of a border on anything, just highlight the cells that you want to change the border on. This is the borders button up here. Click it, and these are the different types of borders that you can use along with the styles of the border next to it. So we want to get rid of that bottom border. We're going to remove the borders. As you can see, it took the borders away on the sides, but that's not an issue because all you'd have to do is highlight this cell, click border, make sure it's the bold type, and then click the left-handed border. Over here, you do it for the right-handed border. And now we have everything set up. So here's your current champion up here and your previous champion down here. You'll notice if you click on the date, at least with this spreadsheet, it says equals today. This could be any date you want. You can input an actual physical date if you're using a historical mod or something like that. For the purpose of this one, we'll just keep it under today. So when you move your wrestler down, you'll want to change that to whatever date was still in there. So you'll want to put 3/4/2023 so that it keeps the date for you over here. Also, you can see that the value went bad. That's because of how I inputted the date. You want to make sure you use the proper format for your date. And now it says 54. If you want to change the formatting of your date, all you would do is right click on it. Actually, you would click it and click format, and you'll see the number of drop downs up here. You'll want to go to number, and you can choose whatever is either here, or if you want to use a custom one, which is what I do because I like to actually have it written this way, you can click it and hit apply, and it'll apply that date. Now up here is your new champion. So over here you'd want to type in, let's say Roddy Piper is a champion. Remember to name it the same exact thing you named your sheet for Roddy Piper, and you'll want to update his link if you're using links. So edit link, sheets and ranges, and you'll want to look for your wrestler. Now it's been updated. So you'll put your new date in here, which will be March 4th, since that's when he won the title. And now it's at 0 days. Defenses you can fill in on your own. Up here, it will automatically fill from that, as you can see, because it's calling for it. And then it also updates on your champions page. Right here. You want to make sure, as you can see, you want it pointed to the proper current. So this one is not named properly because we copied the NWA World Heavyweight sheet. So click on that, and over here where you have NA title, hit renames, easiest way to do it. Copy the name of that. Go back to champions, and in this field right here, you'll want to paste the name of your sheet, updates it, and you want to make sure that where it says B18 or whatever it says here, that it's calling to the right cell. You want it to be B8, because that's where you have Piper's name, or whatever wrestler you've put in there's name. So just change it up here to B8. And that will be it. The last thing you'd have to do here is under title history, you want it pointed to the right title history. Click it, edit your link, and find your sheet that's named for your title, and you're set to go. Now you've added a new title, and you can continue to do so as with any titles you have down here. Just make sure when you name it, you're naming it properly and you're calling to those names. In our next one, we'll show you how to add a show history and add further shows and change the borders on those.